Okay, my name is Heather, and for this task we're going to be doing a blood chemistry and electrolyte profile. We went through the in-house ones that we have. We use Abaxis, and the one that was the most comprehensive was the comprehensive diagnostic profile. So this is the disc that we'll be using with our Abaxis machine, and it calls for blood in a heparin green top tube. So we've got our test, we've got our blood, we've got our patient file, so we can get started. So the first thing that we'll do is open up our disc, and then without touching the rotors on the side, you want to put your hands underneath and then slip it onto the table. From there, we're going to take our pipette, or our little makeshift pipette, and
Joyce's reasoning was because the
we
reason why she wanted to try to
will
walk
open our blood. It's been inverted, it's labeled, and we will take out blood, and we put it into this little circle on the top of the disc here. And this is from Abaxis, so it's one full pump. So you push this all the way down, and then you put it into the blood, and it will suck up the perfect amount. Okay, so now we again take our disc, and we will enter it into the system. So drawer will open, and we'll put that in there, close this, and now we'll enter our pet's information. It's a dog. We'll put in the patient ID. And now it is analyzing the sample. So while it does that, we will do the second part of this task, which is prepare the blood to be sent out. So we take our blood sample over here, and we use Diagnostics. So what we'll do from here is fill out the chart number, the doctor who's ordering the test, we put the date, the client's last name, the pet's first name, and then we'll write canine, the breed, the sex, and the age. Make sure we have all of that information there. From there, we're going to choose which test that we're doing. So we're doing a comprehensive profile. We do that in-house. We can also send it out, so we would make sure we had that checked off clearly. From there, we take the sides of this off. One copy stays with us, one copy goes to the lab. So I like to fold it in half so that when you put it in the bag, all of the information is visible. So we will put that into the bag. We make sure we put our blood, and we make sure we're putting the right patient, but also the right type of blood. If it calls for heparin green top tube, if it calls for lavender EDTA tube, if it calls for serum separator, then we want to make sure that it's correct. From there, we would store it in the refrigerator in a special place, and we would write it down on our lab sheet, and then at the end of the night, we package all of them up, we check it off to make sure that it's been sent out, and we put them in our insulated lock boxes out front with some ice packs to keep it nice and cool, although that's not really a problem. It's 7 degrees here in Rhode Island today. And then later on, the lab has a courier that comes every night to pick them up. So now we'll just wait for our sample to finish analyzing. We'll print out the results, and you'll take a look at those. Okay, so now we are back. We have the results from our chemistry and electrolyte panel. So everything looks mostly normal. There were a couple of values that were a little bit off, and we would bring that to the attention of our veterinarian, but our albumin is great, 3.8 grams per deciliters. The range is 2.5 to 4.4, so that was good. Our amylase is 522 units per liter. The range is 200 to 1200, so we're good. We're right in the middle there as well. Our BUN was 10, and that's milligrams per deciliter, so the average is 7 to 25. Then we've got our calcium, which was 9.7 milligrams per deciliter, which is good. 8.6 to 11.8 is the general range, right in the middle there. Our phosphate was a little high. It was 7.9 milligrams per deciliter, and the range is usually 2.9 to 6.6. So that is something that we would bring to the attention of the veterinarian. We also have our creatinine, 0.5 milligrams per deciliter, where the range is 0.3 to 1.4. Our glucose was normal. It was 96 milligrams per deciliter. The range is 60 to 110. Our sodium was good. It was 148 millimoles per deciliter. The range is 138 to 160, so again, within that range. And then our potassium was also normal, 4.8, and the range is 3.7 to 5.8 millimoles per liter, so that was good. And then the only other thing that was a little bit out of range was our globulin. It was 2.2 grams per deciliter, and the average is 2.3 to 5.2. So just a little bit under the average. Again, something that we would bring to the attention of the veterinarian. And then our other normal values that were on here was our alk phos was at 75 units per liter. Average is 20 to 150, so that was fine. And then our ALT was 22 units per liter, and our average was 10 to 118. So we will put this, it has this very convenient sticky back so that we can place it into our patient's record and make sure that the doctor sees anything out of the ordinary, then it's in the record and they can look over everything. And then we are all set for our blood chemistry and electrolyte panel.